Hello everyone. In our today's session, we will see how to handle exceptions in case when we have the orchestration transaction type set to long running or atomic. Atomic transaction. Atomic transaction either completely succeeds or completely rollbacks. Like when you have a send shape inside atomic scope or a transaction, it will not be persisted in message box. Long running transaction supports both exception handling block as well as compensate block, whereas atomic transaction doesn't support exception handling. If in case we need to handle exception for an atomic transaction, wrap the atomic transaction inside a long running transaction and have a exception block for the long running transaction. We will see how to use compensate shape and compensate block to roll back a committed transaction. In our earlier session, we seen how to handle exception and resume an exception from admin console in case it is a resumable type of exception. But when we set the orchestration property as a long running, the resume feature is not supported. Here I have an empty BizTalk project. Let me add an existing schema, notify schema. It will have notify as the root node and info as a record, file ID, event type and description as its element. Let me create a new BizTalk orchestration where we will receive the notify message. I will create a logical receive port. To receive the message, I would create a message type in orchestration viewer. And map the logical receive port and receive. Let me set the transaction type of the orchestration to long running. Let me add a scope main LRT, and I will set the transaction type as long running and identifier as main LRT. I will add an exception block and set the exception object as system.exception and specify the object name. We will add a parallel action shape where left action will work on the copy of notify message and right also will work on another copy of notify message. We will add scopes to both left and right. I will set the scope as long running transaction. And specify the transaction identifier as left LRT and right LRT. So on the left scope I will create a copy of notify message. Similarly I will do it on the right scope. So once we receive the message, we will write an event log stating both left and right scopes are starting. Then inside left scope and right scope we will put a log for both the transactions. So on the left scope we will write a event log, left scope started. Similarly we will do it on the right scope. So then on the completion of left and right we will put a log saying left completed and right completed respectively. So let us put a log on exception block. We will catch the log and then log the system dot exception dot message. So now if you see, we are built a process where we receive a message and perform a parallel action on left and right side scope. In the left and right we take a copy of notify message and do something on it. Let's say left transaction completed and right transaction failed. We wanted to roll back the completed left transaction. So in order to achieve it, we have to use compensate block and compensate shape. I would add a compensate block on the left scope. So in case left transaction got completed and we wanted to roll back the left transaction, so we may need to add a compensate block on the left scope, and then on the exception block we have to invoke the compensate block by using compensate block by using compensate shape. So I would add a compensate shape on the exception block, compensate 1 and compensate 2, where compensate 1 will be mapped to left compensate block and compensate 2 will be mapped to right compensate block. So if you see, like we have placed compensate sequentially, compensate 1 and compensate 2, but Vistock understands it has to invoke either compensate 1 or compensate 2 based on the completed transaction. Now to generate errors randomly, I have created a simple class which will throw the exception randomly on left or right. Let's assume like these methods are performing some operation and it may cause a exception. So I have created these methods as a static member. So I have left and right boolean variables and an increment counter, generate error flag which will toggle the boolean values if it is the same, and I have a method do something meaningful which will randomly throw an error on left or right scope. These are static members, so I can directly invoke it from the orchestration. I would add the reference in the orchestration for this library. Okay, let me get the updated assembly. So once an orchestration receives a message, I will invoke the generate error flag method. Then before completion of the left and right transactions, I will invoke do something method which may throw an error on left or right randomly. So it takes two parameters, boolean flag and the string. I will add boolean variables left and right. These variables will hold the value of the static members of the class. So let's deploy the solution. I would add a delay shape on the right scope, just to cause a delay on right scope so that left gets completed before the completion of right. Let's assume that the delay is like we perform certain operation like calling a web service or updating a SQL database. So we deployed the solution. Let me configure the orchestration. I have already created the C port, which I will be mapping it to the orchestration. So I will clear the event logs. Let us process the notification message. So see here, left transaction got completed. As we set a delay of 10 seconds, right would be completed after 10 seconds. Okay, while performing certain operation on left right transaction, it caused an error. So rollback action is taken on the left transaction. Let's process one more file and see the behavior. Again left completed, and this time right also completed. So both the transactions are successful. Let's process one more file. So if you see here, left transaction started and then it errored out. As right transaction was not completed, both the compensate block was not invoked. Both left and right did not complete successfully, so both the transaction was not needed to roll back. So again I processed a file. This time both left and right succeeded. So in real time scenario, we would have a transaction block placed sequentially. Let's say left transaction is placed first and right transaction is placed after the completion of left. And if in case an error occurred at left transaction, it will come to the catch block and there is no need of rolling back the any transactions, because transaction left did not complete. And if in case left succeeded and then right failed, we have to roll back left. So compensate 1 will be invoked automatically as it was completed and right did not get completed. BizTalk automatically understands which compensate block needs to be invoked. Hope this helps you to implement a long running transaction with compensate block and exception handling scenarios. Thanks for watching the video.